What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again. And yes, it is back-to-back days of NHL. Probably won't get two episodes out today unless some extreme circumstances. Let me just make sure my sound is okay. Alright, we are good. So, anyway, guys, welcome back. So, got another day of NHL 22 and this dream team season that we have going. If you missed the first half, we went 25-14-2. Matthews with 33 goals in 41 games. I was checking everyone's stats from the last year prior to this and doing all the scouting. And I realized that most of these guys are having pretty good seasons. I don't have as much time today, so I'm going to try to hurry this up. But a lot of these guys have on pace to have their best seasons. Matthews, Keller, Kyrou, Fiala, uh, Wright, Gunther has a possibility. Gauthier is a rookie, so he will. But a lot of these guys are having great seasons. Klingberg, Jiricek's a rookie. But yeah, we have a lot of guys on the offense that are pushing their limits and probably. And if some of these guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be happy to have offered a contract to prior to start of the season. However, if Wright continues the production he's at as a third line center, as he's one of two players that have increased in overall. He and Nathan Gauthier. Gauthier's gone from 78 to 80. Wright's gone from 86 to 87. But here we go. We're going to start part 2 of the season now in Dallas for game 42 of the season. Let's hopefully have as good of a season. We're on pace for 50 wins right now. Hopefully the second half's going to be as good as the first. Let's get right into it. First period. Dellandrea, Palat, and Hintz. Dellandrea is on the power play. It's 2-1. Wright scores. Fiala takes the lead, so it's 3-2. But then Pickinen makes it 3-3. Third period. Pickinen scores on the power play. Dallas wins that one 4-3. Not the start I was hoping for. We were tied for first in the league when we left off, so hopefully we can continue that stretch. Now we have a little homestand with Nashville and Montreal before going out to Florida. Sisson scores, Matthews and Fiala make it 2-1, and then Forsberg scores on the power play and make it 2-2. Second period, Matthews on the power play, but then Tolvanen and Hornqvist. Hornqvist is back in Nashville where he originally started. Third period, Nashville wins 4-3, and we've lost now 3 in a row. Fantastic start, isn't it? When we get to the trade deadline, I'm probably not going to make too many moves or any moves at all because we really don't have a need for it. We're pretty much at the cap. We're near the top of the cap, and whatever cap space we have left, I just want to keep. And we don't really need anything because we only have 2 players that are less than 80 overall, and they're both on my last D pair. And Jiricek will get better. No scoring in the first, no scoring in the second. Montreal scores in the third. It's Ryan Graves. We lose 4 in a row. What's going on? What is going on here? Why can't we win a game? Okay, in Florida. Fiala and Matthews. Gauthier. Uyghur makes it 3-1, but Soderstrom gets the empty netter. And we win that one 4-1 and break the 4-game skid. Now in Chicago, who's hopefully we can put them at 500, one less threat in the division. Gunther and Kubalik exchange goals. Radish and Kubalik. Murphy makes it 4-1, then Matthews, Keller on the power play, and Schmaltz, but then Kurashev gets the winner. What is going on? Now Colorado's passed us they have 3 games in hand. Now we play Edmonton, who has a similar record to us at home. McDavid, no scoring. Keller, but then Draisaitl on the power play, Nugent Hopkins and Draisaitl. Why have we won 1 game out of like 6? We're 4-6 in our last 10. We better have a turnaround game against Colorado, because we've already almost gone to 20 losses when we started at 14. McKinnon. Gunther. Overtime. Shootout. Wright gets the winner. Spare that, but Colorado still gets a point, so they move ahead. 3 points ahead with 3 games in hand. I want to be at 30 wins before we get to 20 losses, preferably. Thank you. Stute still has scores, but Soderstrom and Gunther make it 2-1. No scoring in the second. And Fiala on the power play in the third. How do teams have 5-6 games in hand on us? How the heck is that happening? 2 more games left in January, both in Calgary and then in San Jose. Let's get a winning streak going to make up for lost time. They'll go this is the first. Gauthier and Keller to make it 2-0. And Kyrou and Palat, so we get a shutout in Calgary. That's 3 in a row. We're clawing back. Matthews hit 60 points. Very nice. And so does the team. How funny is that? Now in San Jose to end off the month. Madden and Palat exchange goals. No scoring in the second. Couture, LeBanc on the power play, and then Chychrun, we lose 3-2. Before I look at San Jose's record, I just need to have a look, and if they're like the worst in their division, I'm going to flip. They want to give us Larson. -17 points, -7, top 40, defensive defenseman. Fits nowhere. Get out of here. I'm not giving up my first round pick for that. Where are the Sharks? Okay, they're third. That's not. Oilers are first in their division. And now we play them at home before the All-Star break. Or with 2024. No, this is not an Olympic year. No scoring in the first. Fiala and Palat make it 2-0, but we gave Lehkonen to them and they score. If Jaime could come through, that'd be great. Klingberg saves us, but Puljujarvi scores with 30 seconds to go to make it 3-2, a bit closer. But we get the win at Edmonton. That's a big win. Can beat the leaders of divisions, but we can't beat the bad teams. And Boston just whipped San Jose 7-0. Of course they did. Now we have a bit of a break. 30-20-2 heading into February. To mid-February. Now at home against St. Louis and Buffalo. Shen, Tarasenko, Ennis, and Heinen make it, and then Colacione gets the one for us, so it's 4-1. Tarasenko on the power play makes it 5-1, and Gauthier makes it 5-2. This is frustrating. Watching our beautiful dream team season just crumble. Now against Buffalo at home. Silvestre, that superstar guy that they have for whatever reason, just out of nowhere, he scores, but then Fiala and Schmaltz on Luukkonen make it 2-1. Skinner, Gunther scores 2 power play goals, and then Owen Power, who doesn't have a face yet, that's funny. Wright has a face, but Power doesn't. Anyway, so it's 4-3 Arizona going to the third. Bemstrom, Cousins on the power play, and then Matthews makes it 6-5. Oh my gosh. What a joke. This team sucks. Can't win a game. Now we go on the road to play Calgary. Last time we were in Calgary, we shut them out 4-0. Can we do a repeat performance? No scoring in the first. Fiala, Chikrin, and Podkolzin in the second. And we get back-to-back shutouts in Calgary. Now we go to Anaheim. Matthews has only had 5 goals in the last 14 games, which is concerning. No scoring in the first. Matthews on the power play, and then Gunther make it 2-0, but McTavish and Terry make it 2-2. Let's see Anaheim win this. Wow. Schrott makes it 3-2, but Keller on the power play, and Matthews short-handed gives us the 4-3 win. Good road trip. Now we go home and play St. Louis. 32. We have 5 2s in our record. That's funny. Matthews hits 40 goals. Excellent. Now we play St. Louis. Fiala on the power play. Matthews and Sandin make it 3-0. O'Reilly makes it 3-1. I'm expecting them to win. They actually took the lead. Krug, Janot, and Tarasenko, and then Matthews ties it for us. Overtime. St. Louis gets the win. Manson. Isn't this game just so predictable? It's just so predictable. Alright, now against Vegas to end off the month. Vegas have a similar record to us. Klingberg scores, but then Theodore and Carlson, but Kyrou. Peter Mrazek's in net for them. It's 2-2. Second period, no scoring. Third period, Matthews and then Eichel exchange goals. Overtime, we get the winner. It's Liam Kirk, the British man. Our fourth liners know how to score OT goals. And Matthews is at 70 points now. Excellent. They want to give us... Why is Chara being paid 3.5 mil as a 7th D? I'm not giving him a third-round pick for that. Now we have at home against Chicago before we go on the road to play Winnipeg in a back-to-back. Kane on the power play. Matthews and Palat. Chikrin, Schmaltz right on the power play, and Gunther, and then Kurashev makes it 6-2, but we get the win 6-2. Matthews is starting to take off on his point totals. We're also catching up to Colorado as we now have a game in hand on them. Now against Winnipeg at home, who's battling around 500. This would be a big win for us. Neil Pionk scores on Subban. Klingberg shorthanded, Matthews on the power play, and Kyrou on 5-on-5 make it 3-1. And Palat and Hyman make it 5-1. There we go. 75 points in 60 games for Matthews, including 45 goals. Now against Columbus. Three more games before the deadline. Gauthier and Matthews make it 2-0. Nothing else scoring in the second. Hyman scores, Werenski, and then Kyrou with an empty netter, 4-1. We are on a roll right now. Let's keep this streak going. They've won our last 4. Now we're going to Carolina. We're now tied for the lead in the division. We have the lead tiebreaker. My voice just disappeared for a second. That was weird. All right, no scoring in the first. Teravainen and Palat exchange goals. Keller scores, but then Svechnikov on the power play, Kakaniemi and G. Schward make it 4-2 win for Carolina. Now, last game before the deadline against Detroit. not going to make any additions because I don't see how you can make this team much better with the cap situation, because then I'd want to keep them, and I don't want to tempt myself. Right on the power play. Juracek and Hyman. Palat and not even C because I was pressing A too fast. That's fine. 63 games. We're at the deadline. I think it's time we can... Hopefully, if I simulate... Oh, we have to go into the deadline. Continue simming. It's going to take a second. I know it will. We can look at the big trades that happen on the thing. Torrey Krug and Buchnevich to Washington for a first and 2 guys. Eriksson, Ek, and Tays to Pittsburgh for a first and second. Sean Corrali is on wait and no. Alright. If I look at my lines and they are screwed up, thank you for not screwing up my lines. Alright. We can look at the trades real quick. Make a good time for what I want to get done at. Alright, let's see. Dvorak and a third to Carolina. Montreal gets a first, a person, and a third. Columbus gets Nick Paul and Brett Kulak. Boston gets 2 guys that I've never heard of. Detroit gets a second for Andre Burakovsky. Columbus gets a second and Fabry. Detroit gets a second and Andre Burakovsky for Fabry in a second. St. Louis gets Goodrow and whoever that is and a fourth from the Rangers, who get Logan Brown and Tanner Jeannot. Calgary gets a 2026 second from LA for a third, Gambrel and fifth. Tampa gets Marcus Foligno and Yanni Gourde from Seattle in exchange for a second, 2 seconds. Seattle gets a second from Calgary for Hayden Fleury, a fourth and another fourth. Pittsburgh gets Joel Cernak. Toronto gets Steven Stamkos and Brandon Carlo from Boston in exchange for a bunch of just guys. Udovar to Winnipeg. Zadorov to San Jose. LeBanc to Anaheim. Dostal to San Jose. DeBrusk to Carolina. Cale Fleury to Boston. Edmonton gets Larson back from Seattle in exchange for some picks. Seattle trading a lot of players back to where they originally were. Alright. Let us look at stats. Matthews has 80 points at the deadline. Alright, let's look at our place. We're first in the division by a point. 6th in the league. Pittsburgh has 94 points. They have 15 more points. They have... Holy cow. Washington has 84 in their division. Then it's Florida and Toronto. Toronto, if we get 1 win, we're in 4th, but what the heck? 42, 10, and 10. Jeez. Let's look at... We're 3rd in goals for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th in goals against. 4th on the power play. 1st on the penalty kill. Home and away records are similar. Let's look at the AHL. We're 3rd in our division. 38, 18, and 6. Entire league. We're 7th in the entire league. Goals for. We're 5th. Goals against. We're 7th. Power play. We somehow have the best power play in the league, even though it's just minuses. PK. Nowhere. All right. Home and away record's actually better than our home record for Tucson. Let's look at our players. Nate Smith with 59 points, McGregor 45, McCartney 45, Amama 41, Bichelle 38. He's up to 76. Where is Kazumaki? 24 points on the fourth line, 75 overall. Goalies. Provettsov 26, 13, and 4 with 3 shutouts, 9-10. Thornton 12, 5, and 2 with a 907. Let's look at. Wait. Sorokin 30, 17, and 3 with 5 shutouts, 915. Subban 7, 7, and 1 with a 908. Let's look at the entire league. Sorokin's second behind Spencer Knight. 926. Oh, jeez. It's gonna be hard to beat him unless Florida can just fall off. Look at all skaters. Matthews leads with 80 points. Then Where's McDavid? He had 51 points when we last left off. It's all the way down here. He's had 15 points since we've come back. I don't believe that. Let's just go look at us. Keller with 63 points in 63 games. Kyrou with 63 points in 63 games. Fiala 57 points. Wright 45. Klingberg 40. That's like his career high almost. Schmaltz 37. Palat 36. Gunther 31. Chychrun 26. Hyman 22. Soderstrom 15. Gauthier 14. 11 goals in his rookie year. Juracek 12. Podkolzin 11. Kirk 10. Sandin 7. Kolichonik 5. Chychrun's a plus 20. I'd give Klingberg Norris consideration right now. Let me go to the entire league real quick. Let's go to defensemen. Of course, Seth Jones, Wow, he's not even in the top bunch right now. What's his plus minus? Maybe his plus minus can justify it. 24. It's going to be hard for him to get the Norris. He'd have to have a fantastic last quarter. Let's look at rookies. Ryan Suzuki, 42 points. Slavkovsky's a rookie this year, even though he was... How was Kent Johnson only be a rookie now? Like, he should have been a rookie years ago. Alright. Let's get back to it then. No, I don't want to play. No, I don't want to play. No. Oh, wait. There. Okay, so. First period. Right on the power play and right again. Matthews and Sandin. Fiala and then Eichel on the power play ruins the shutout for Sorokin. We're 8-1-1 in our last 10. Let's keep it going against Vancouver. Another 3 points for... Matthews is almost 20 points now above a point a game. Brown and Henrique score, 2 veterans, but then Palat makes it 2-1. Matthews, but then Roslovic makes it 3-2 for Vancouver. And Vancouver wins 3-2 somehow. Now Seattle. No scoring in the first. Soderstrom makes it 1-0. We're outshooting them 17-7 going into the third. Kyrou on the power play. Schmaltz hits 2 goals. 4-0 shutout. Very good. Now against Carolina. No scoring in the first. We have to shoot them by a lot. Matthews on the power play hits 50, and then Podkolzin and makes it 3-0 on Kochenkov. Another shutout. Chychrun scores 4-0 again. You know, if Sorokin wants the Vezina, he's making a bid for it right now. Alshov should be raising his overall and making him worth more of that $9 million contract. Can the cap just go up to like 100 mil next year? That'd just be fantastic. Now against Boston, who sold a lot at the deadline, which was interesting because they're 7-2-1 in their last 10. Studnicka and Hall make it 2-0. 3-0 by Studnicka. Fiala scores, but Hall makes it a 4-1 win for Boston, who sold off Stamkos, who sold off DeBrusk, who sold off half their team at the deadline, it looked like. Where's Boston in the standings? They're in a wild card, yet they sold off everything. The top 3 teams in the Atlantic are all tied with each other. Now we play in Montreal. No scoring in the first. No scoring in the second. It's just like last time. Montreal only scores goals in the third, and they always shut us out because of it. How does that happen? All right, now against New Jersey. They're below 500. We should win this game. Matthews on the power play, Gunther and Wright. Palat. Keller and Fiala. Fantastic. 6-0 win, another shutout. We either win in a shutout recently, we've either won in a shutout or we lose in a shutout. Matthews hits 90 points. He needs 10 points in 12 games. He's got this. Now against Winnipeg at home, and then we play at Tampa at home against Columbus, then in a back-to-back. Fiala and Connor score shorthanded. Okay, ready to lose this one? We're out shooting them by a ton. We're going to lose. Okay, Matthews on the power play, Matthews and Keller. Good, we didn't lose. I don't want to lose. It's just so predictable, this game. All right. 3 points for Matthews in that game. Now 2 games to close out the month. We play against Tampa at home and then against Columbus on the road. Then we head into April. Kucherov, Hedman, and Hartman on the power play. Hartman shorthanded and Barabolu. And Matthews scores to make it 5-1. We either destroy or get destroyed. There's no in between. 10 more games to get 8 wins because I like 50 wins. Now against Columbus, who is under 500, so we should win. No goals in the first. Chychrun on the power play in the second. Keller with an empty netter with 13 seconds to go and a shutout. Keep this going. Colorado is 1 point behind us, and that's okay. Now we have a game in hand, but they're 1 point ahead of us. Now we have a bit of a homestand. San Jose, Anaheim, Minnesota, Chicago. Let's hopefully get some wins. Matthews scores, then Couture, Butko, and Dahlin make it 3-1. Matthews scores again to make it 3-2. No scoring in the second. Come on. Kyrie ties it with Balser scores, and it's 4-3 San Jose, because we can't beat San Jose. We can't beat Vancouver. We hardly ever beat New Jersey. It's frustrating. We never beat Boston. We never beat Montreal. We never beat Philly. There are just some teams you just cannot beat, no matter how bad they are. Now at home against Anaheim. Matthews, Chychrun on the power play, and Wright on the power play. Wright, and then Palat, but Stralman makes it 5-1. Gunther and Kyrou and Terry makes it 7-2. Good win. Matthews at 99 points. Very nice. Now a home and home with Minnesota and Chicago. Gunther and Kyrie make it 2-0. Greenway makes it 2-1. Zaboral makes it 2-2, but Schmaltz and Gunther make it 4-2. Chicker makes it 5-2. Jenik on the power play. Why is Jenik on their power play? We get traded him for Fiala. And he makes it 5-3. Why is Jenik? He's a fourth line center. There I brought it. We clinched the playoffs with that win at 93 points. Very nice. Clinched the playoffs. Matthews is at 57 goals. He could hit 60 for the first time in his career because I checked his stats. He hasn't done it in the NHL universe yet. Against Minnesota, no score. No, against Chicago, no scoring in the first. Strome and Schmaltz exchange goals. Come on, who gets they were traded for each other. How funny. Radish scores. Make it 2-1. We can't beat Chicago either. We need to win all 5 games if we want to have a 50-win season. We're more likely to get 30 losses than 50 wins. Colorado's passed us in the standings. Just fantastic. Now we play in Buffalo. Evander Kane on the power play. Nick Schmaltz then all of a sudden makes it 2-1. Backlund, Ratcliffe, and Ratcliffe. Power on the power play, and then Gunther and Schmaltz make it 6-3. 30 losses in a season where we're supposed to be... Why is Subban getting in all these games? That's my question. It seems like Subban's playing every game. It's Winnipeg at home. No scoring in the first. Janssen, Brylan, and Everly, and then Fiala makes it 3-1. We tie it with Wright and Matthews' power play goals in the third. And we win in the shootout. It's frustrating. Matthews hits 101 points with that one. Okay, at home against LA, and then we go on the road to play Nashville and Dallas in the final 2 games of the season. Palat scores, but Slavkovsky and Verona make it 2-1. Podkolzin and Sandin make it 3-2. Palat, Wright, and Matthews make it 6-2. Dano makes it 6-3. I will be back in a momentarily. Apologies for that interruption. It's an urgent moment of urgency, but we are back. Matthews needs 1 goal in these 2 games to hit 60 goals. We now lead the division with a game in hand on all of the rest of them. Okay, Nashville, who's 2-8 in their last 10. If we lose this game, I'm going to throw it. Soderstrom, Gunther, and Kyrie make it 3-0. But Tomasino on the power play makes it 3-1. Chikrin, Gauthier, shorthanded, and Keller make it 6-1. Tolvanen 6-2 in the third period. Evgeny Svechnikov scores, make it 6-3. Then Klingberg and Palat 8-3. And that should hopefully be enough. 99 points. So we need to win this one against Dallas. Matthews, come on. You can get a goal and an assist in this one. Now, last game of the season for every one of these teams. Everyone seems to be at 81 games. Here we go. Ben scores, make it 1-0 for Dallas. And that's it. Wright makes it 1-1, but then Sagan, Hintz, Kulikov, Pitkanen, and then Matthew scores on Ottinger, and then third period. Nope, we lose that one. If we didn't win the division, come on. We tie for the conference lead, and we lose it based on a tiebreaker, even though we had more wins. Matthews hit 60 goals. What a joke. The Edmonton also tied. They also had more wins. Stupid NHL rules as usual. So in the first round, we're going to play Dallas, who we just got killed by in the final game of the season. All right. Well, playoffs will be for next time. Let's take a look at our stuff. Entire league. Washington leads the league with 114 points. Pittsburgh in second with 112. So Pittsburgh gave out halfway little way through. Buffalo wins the Atlantic. Philadelphia, Toronto. So the first Western teams are 6, 7, and 8, who all tie for the lead at 99. Florida, San Jose, Rangers get in. Dallas gets in. Blackhawks, Blues. Vegas gets. Oh, Vancouver. So the first 16 teams get in. Vegas and Montreal Vegas just on the outside. Montreal wasn't really that close. Who was last? Seattle. Oh, Ottawa. 28, 48, and 6. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's look at goals for. Number 3 in the league at 275. Goals against. Number 4 in the league. Power play. Kept falling, but 8th in the league. Penalty kill. Fell even more, 4th in the league. Jeez, we toned off. Our home record ended up being better than our away record. Let's look at the minors. Ended up being 4th in division, 106 points, 50, 26, and 6. How much is that in... That's 7th in the league. So yeah, we had a very good division then. Goals for. Not near the top nor bottom. Goals against. We were near the top, 5th. Power play. 3rd in the league. No. Penalty kill. Neither near the top nor bottom. Home and away records. Yeah, our away record was 29, 10, and 2, and then our home record, 27, 12, and 2, and then our home record was 23, 14, and 4. All right, now let's look at the player stats. Nate Smith with 77 points, 28 goals. McCartney, 20 goals. McGregor, 25. Amama, 20. Broadhurst, 21. So 4 guys over 50 points, 2 with 46, including Bichelle. Kelman at 18. Kazumaki with 29 points. Goaltending. 34, 17, and 4. 4 shutouts, 9, 13 for Provetov. Thornton, 30 games, 16 wins, 9 losses, 2 OT losses, 2 shutouts, 9, 12. All right, let's look at the NHL. Sorokin, 8 shutouts, 9, 17, 38, 22, and 3. Malcolm Subban, 11, 11, and 1 with 1 shutout. So yeah, you were a liability, Subban. Let's look at the entire league then. I meant in goalies, but all right. Sorokin fell all the way down to here. Oh my gosh. Samsonov 41, 19, and 5 with 3 shutouts. How many shutouts did we have? We tied for the most. No, Allmark had 9. Then Sorokin, Giari, and Vasilevsky all had 8. Hart had 7. Save percentage. Let me up the minimum amount of games real quick. Yeah, so we're up there. All right, let's look at rookie skaters. Okay, let's look at all skaters. Matthews leads the league with the only 100-point scorer, also getting 60 goals, 109 points. You have Timu Meyer, Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Couture, Ranton, and McDavid had a bounce back. Silvestre, Panarin, McKinnon. Keller with 85 points. Fantastic. Kyrou, 81. 65 assists. Oh my gosh. Rudolph Balcers had 77 points as an 84 overall. What the heck? What? All right, let's look at just our team then. Matthews 109, Keller 85. That's definitely a personal best. Look at those 61 assists, 65 assists. Actually, that's what we can look at entire league. Assist leaders. Kuznetsov 68, Couture 66, Huberdeau 65, Kyrie 65, Keller 61, Meyer 61. Goals. 60 for Matthews, leads the way by 12 points. Now let's go back down to Arizona. Let's look at the rest of the team. So Fiala 70 points, 28 goals, 42 assists. So we had Schmaltz basically had 20 goals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 20-goal scorers. All right. Let's see. Matthews, Keller. That's Keller's career best by how much? I want to see. He had 74 in that first year we had. He had 85 this year. Great. He's gone up to an 87 overall. He should be up high, even more than that by the end of the season. He's still elite low. All right. Kyrou 87 elite medium. That's got to be his best, right? Yep. Fiala 70 points. I know that's his best. Wright 62. It's not your best, is it? Yeah, he had 65 the year previous, but he had more goals this year. Palat took a step back, but he wasn't the leading scorer this year. Schmaltz, Klingberg, Gunther, Chikrin, Hyman. How many points did Hyman have with us? 4 goals, 11 assists, 15 points in 55 games. He had 14 points in 27 games with the Oilers, but he's probably playing higher in the lineup. Soderstrom with 20 points. Good season for him. Is that his best? No, he had 25 and most goals he's ever had. Gauthier, good rookie year for him, 12 goals. Podkolzin, Juracek with 13 points. He's moved up to 79. Gautier's up to 80. He went up 4 overalls in one season. Sandin, 12 points. Kirk, 10. Went down from 28 to 10 in one season. Jeez. Kolichonix, there we go. Oh, there we go. Very nice. It's like the playoff tree. Against Dallas in the first round. Then we have to play Colorado or St. Louis. I'd rather play Colorado, honestly. San Jose or Vancouver. Can Edmonton just beat them? Because we seem to be good at beating Edmonton. Pittsburgh and Philly. Probably want Philly. Capitals and Rangers. I'll take the Capitals. Toronto and Florida. Seems like the 4th year in a row. I'll take Toronto. Then Buffalo and Tampa. I'd want Buffalo. None of those teams I'm really looking forward to playing, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so 99-point season, 48, 31, and 3. It's going to be it for this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Playoffs, well, whenever I get a chance, we'll do the playoffs. Best season was definitely by so far. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I want remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts down below in the description. Where do you think we're going to end up by the end of the playoffs? You think we're going to be hoisting the cup? You think we're going to be out in the first round? Tell me down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're playing San Diego in the minors. Who's better than us? Oh boy. Goodbye.